Welcome back to Dynamics. Okay, so I'm going to do a quick review of episode 7 of The Last of Us. Um, I would have to say, and this is partly why it's going to be quick because I don't want to be negative too much, but this is definitely the worst episode so far. It wasn't terrible, but of the previous episodes were so well done that this one was definitely the weakest. Acting was weak. The story pacing was weak. Um, the uh, the act. I've kind of made it clear, that I'm not a huge fan of Bella Ramsey to begin with. Although her portrayal of Ellie has gotten better over the last couple of episodes, this episode kind of seems to revert back. I'm not really feeling her in the character. Um, and so I didn't really enjoy that. Um, the new character Riley Abel, played by Storm Reed. Storm Reed is probably going to be a fine actress one day, but right now she's not great. I think she's still pretty young, so I'm sure she will get better. But just the episode, the chemistry wasn't really there. I didn't feel like they were best friends, and then later more. It just didn't click with me. Even the smaller characters in the episode weren't well done. There was a girl early in the episode that Ellie gets in a fight with. I think her name looks like Bethany, if I remember correctly, played by Ruby Liebert. Also, just not very well done. And then even the adult, so it's not even just a kids thing. There was an adult character. It is looks like Captain Kwong is the character's name, portrayed by Terry Chen. Just felt really just like phoned in. It just didn't feel right. So just in general, the acting wasn't great in this episode. The story pacing was pretty terrible. And then we get to the we're gonna jump into spoilers here. The mall scene. The mall scene was actually decent. I felt like the set was really well done. It did feel like what it should have felt like, and their interactions with it and reactions to it seemed pretty genuine. Um, but you knew where it was going, and I just wanted more suspense getting there. I just didn't feel like there was a whole lot of suspense in this episode. It pretty much, I mean, we knew basically what happened. Even if we didn't play the game, you kind of had the general idea of what was going to happen. Um, but they could have built to that better. And then in the end, you don't get the payoff. They get attacked. They fight back. You you don't actually see them get bit, which has been kind of a complaint. I don't know if I've really mentioned it previously, but kind of a complaint I've had so far is, you get to see some gore in this series. You get to see the wounds, but you don't see it actually happen. I don't know if they're doing that on purpose or it just sort of happened that way, but both of the girls get bit in this scene, and you don't know it until they show the wounds. It's kind of weird. You know, especially since this wasn't supposed to be a surprise. I kind of understood when it was, what was her name, Tess. I think the character of Tess, when she got bit, it was supposed to be kind of a surprise. You didn't know she got bit, um, and then it gets shown that she was bit, and it's kind of a surprise, right? So I get that a little bit better than this, but we all knew they both got bit, and so it just seemed weird to me that it didn't show that. And then you get the anticlimactic scene, of them saying they're just going to live as long as they can possibly live, whether it's 2 hours or 2 days, and then it just cuts away, and we don't get to see what actually took place. What happened to Ellie? How did she end up with the Fireflies? How did how did um, um, sorry, I'm forgetting her name, Riley. How did Riley's character actually pass? That sort of thing. I wanted to see that play out, and maybe there'll be another cutscene or flashback where we get to see it, but we didn't get the payoff this episode, so this episode suffered. There was short clips with Ellie and Joel at the beginning of the episode and the end of the episode. Um, it felt right at the beginning, and at the end it seemed a little weird because I mean, I get it. She's trying to save him, and so she sews up the stab wound. But sewing up a stab wound, does that really does that is that going to really prevent him from bleeding out? If he's got internal wounds from the stabbing. But hey, we'll just go with it, and we'll see how it plays out. So yeah, this was not my favorite episode. I'm still interested in seeing where the series goes, and I'm excited to watch the episode next week. All right, everybody, that's a short one. You got my take on it. Hopefully, you enjoyed the review, and maybe you enjoyed the episode more than I did. So if you have any comments, let me know. All right, everybody, take care. Have a good day.